And very briefly, the tech park and some of the facts are, today we now have 275 people working in the technology park. And in the past 2.5 years, there's been an investment of over $12.5 million. As it's been expressed several times already today, the tech park is certainly moving along. We are presently in the planning stages of 2 additional buildings, and that looks to bring another 125 jobs. One of the facilities will, in fact, be able to accommodate over 500 people at one time. We are also planning to revamp some of the roads, repave and provide new roads, and then also bury the electric lines in 2009 and 2010. So the bottom line with the tech park is that it's good news all around. We are certainly moving forth. It's an exciting time to be part of the WestGate Technology Park. Instead of expounding more on what we're doing as WestGate Technology, certainly I want to focus on SAIC in that this facility means so much, not only to me, but I believe it does to the entire community, to the region, and to the state. Without SAIC, Dale wouldn't be here, a lot of people wouldn't be here, so we owe a tremendous amount to these folks. As for some quick history, in May of 2006, I sat down, this is 2006, I sat down for the first time with Bill Kaiser, with Steve Godey, with Jerry Ott, and with Mark Rutherford, and we started talking about, let's build a building of about 30,000 square feet and let's see where it goes. Well, about, 7, 8 plan versions later, and in almost another year or so, we got to a point where we had a groundbreaking in June of 2007 with our governor. Governor Daniels certainly at that time saw the importance of the tech park, and he, along with the folks that he has for IEDC, Jason Lovell of Department of Defense, certainly assisted us in our task at hand to get this facility built, along with the WestGate Technology Park. With the additional improvements that we made, it finally came around to April of 2008, so not quite a year ago, we actually started construction. And then what happened? It rained. And it rained some more. And we endured the worst flooding that southern Indiana had seen for a long time. It seemed that we wouldn't get to this day, but finally as the ground dried, we had steel delivered and concrete in August or late July of 2008. From that time, it took a little bit over 7 months, and from that time of August 1st essentially to what, Mark, maybe 10 minutes ago, or we finished the project. But I think that they were moving workmen out as you folks were coming in. But really, there's so many people that helped make this a reality. And I also want to identify that in building this facility, over 275 people, largely from this area, were employed in the creation of this project. We get caught up in studies, and the American Institute of Architects researched and verified and did their own study that for a development project such as this, it requires over 100,000 decisions from the time that Mr. Godey says, let's build a building, to the time we turn over the keys and have an event like this. So we're talking 100,000 decisions that have been verified that they have to be made, some small, some very large. Obviously, to get to that point, there's a tremendous amount of time and commitment from several people to get to this point of completion. And while I'm the one that gets to stand before you today, and I've received a lot of credit for what's taken place, and I appreciate very much, there are some people here that I just have to thank, and I know that that's painful a lot of times for everybody, but the folks that I'm about to thank mean a lot to me, and I believe they mean a lot to the community and to our state. And with that, I'd like to start with, how fortunate are we to have the leaders that we have in Indiana today. The people that we have in place leading us continually show the support. How many times do we have a governor or a lieutenant governor or congressman in our neighborhoods? We have them here all the time. I mean, they roll up their sleeves, they're working with us hand in hand. They help us in any way they can, including funding assistance. And we couldn't do it without you, so thank you very, very much. Some other facts about SAIC. The facility that we're in today is 37,800 square feet, obviously 2 floors. The structure is of steel and concrete. We have steel roofs, steel walls. We also have 800 square feet of specialized construction in the skip area that can be used as well. Certainly, as you may see in your tours later, that the facility is just loaded with state-of-the-art technology and certainly the most sophisticated type of equipment. I want to start by thanking our Governor, Mitch Daniels, and certainly his effort, and then also what he's done with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, Department of Defense, to help us, and then certainly thanks to our wonderful Lieutenant Governor Skillman. She has become not only a household name, but she certainly is somebody that is here. We've already alluded to that in previous speakers, but she is here quite often, and certainly we view her as a friend and an ally, and so very fortunate to have her. And certainly thanks go out to Congressman Brad Ellsworth, who has also pledged his support to us as well, and we look forward to working with him in the future. Definitely we have to thank the giant that is NSWC Crane, and certainly specifically Captain Lasota and Dwayne Embry. I'm fortunate enough to meet with Dwayne and his staff from time to time, and what a great team that's in place. And again, I think that there have been two things that have happened in the history of this community. And certainly the first was NSWC Crane, or Crane Naval Base. And then I think we have the opportunity right now to see the second coming. I think that WestGate and the entire region, not just WestGate Technology Park, but the entire region stands to gain.